abolition, abortion, absorption, acceleration, accommodation, accusation, acquisition, action, adaptation, addiction, addition, administration, admiration, adoption, affection, air condition, allocation, alteration, ambition, ammunition, animation, anticipation, application, appreciation, aspiration, assassination, assertion, association, assumption, attention, attraction, auction, automation, aviation, calculation, cancellation, caption, caution, celebration, certification, cessation, circulation, civilization, civilization, classification, coalition, collaboration, collection, collocation, combination, combustion, commendation, communication, compensation, competition, complication, composition, concentration, conception, condition, configuration, confirmation, confrontation, congestion, congratulation, congregation, conjunction, connection, conservation, consideration, constellation, constipation, constitution, construction, consultation, consumption, contamination, contention, contraception, contraction, contradiction, contribution, convention, conversation, conviction, cooperation, coordination, corporation, correction, corruption, creation, deception, declaration, decoration, deduction, definition, deformation, degradation, dehydration, delegation, demonstration, denomination, deposition, depreciation, derivation, description, designation, desolation, desperation, destination, destruction, detection, detention, determination, deviation, devotion, dictation, diction, digestion, direction, discretion, discrimination, disintegration, dislocation, disposition, dissatisfaction, dissertation, dissolution, distillation, distinction, distraction, distribution, donation, duration, dysfunction, edition, education, election, elevation, elimination, emigration, emotion, equation, erection, eruption, estimation, evaluation, evolution, examination, exception, exclamation, execution, exhalation, exhibition, expectation, expedition, experimentation, expiration, explanation, exploitation, exploration, exposition, extinction, fascination, federation, fermentation, fiction, fluctuation, formation, foundation, fraction, friction, frustration, function, generalization, generation, graduation, habitation, hallucination, hesitation, hibernation, identification, illumination, illustration, imagination, imitation, immigration, implication, imposition, inaction, inclination, indication, indigestion, indignation, indisposition, induction, infection, inflammation, inflation, information, injection, innovation, inscription, inspection, inspiration, installation, institution, instruction, insulation, intention, interaction, interposition, interpretation, interruption, intersection, intervention, intonation, introduction, introspection, intuition, invention, investigation, invitation, irrigation, irritation, isolation, junction, legislation, liberation, limitation, location, lotion, malfunction, malnutrition, medication, meditation, mention, migration, modernization, modification, motion, motivation, multiplication, narration, nation, navigation, negotiation, nomination, normalization, notation, notion, nutrition, objection, obligation, observation, obstruction, occupation, operation, opposition, option, organization, organization, orientation, participation, partition, penetration, perception, perfection, persecution, perturbation, petition, plantation, polarization, pollution, population, portion, position, precaution, precipitation, prediction, predisposition, preoccupation, preparation, preposition, prescription, presentation, preservation, presumption, prevention, probation, proclamation, production, prohibition, projection, promotion, pronunciation, proportion, proposition, prosecution, prostitution, protection, provocation, publication, punctuation, purification, qualification, question, quotation, radiation, ration, reaction, realization, reception, recitation, recognition, recollection, recommendation, reconciliation, recreation, reduction, reflection, registration, regulation, rejection, relation, relaxation, renovation, repetition, representation, reputation, reservation, resignation, resolution, respiration, restoration, restriction, retention, reunification, revaluation, revelation, revolution, rotation, salvation, sanction, satisfaction, saturation, section, segregation, selection, self-determination, self-education, self-preservation, sensation, separation, situation, solution, specification, speculation, stagnation, starvation, station, sterilization, stimulation, subordination, subscription, substitution, subtraction, suggestion, superstition, supposition, taxation, telecommunication, temptation, toleration, tradition, transaction, transformation, transition, translation, transportation, tuition, vacation, vaccination, variation, vegetation, ventilation, vibration, violation, vocation, admission, aggression, collision, commission, compassion, comprehension, concession, conclusion, confession, confusion, conversion, convulsion, corrosion, decision, delusion, depression, dimension, discussion, disillusion, diversion, division, effusion, emission, envision, erection, exclusion, excursion, expansion, explosion, expression, extension, fission, fusion, hypertension, hypotension, illusion, impression, incision, inclusion, invasion, leon, mansion, misapprehension, mission, obsession, occasion, omission, oppression, passion, pension, permission, persuasion, possession, precision, procession, profession, progression, provision, recession, regression, repression, repulsion, reversion, revision, session, submission, succession, supervision, suppression, suspension, television, tension, transmission, version, vision, accompaniment, accomplishment, achievement, acknowledgement, adjustment, advertisement, agreement, amendment, amusement, announcement, apartment, appointment, argument, armament, arrangement, assessment, assignment, astonishment, attachment, augment, basement, bewilderment, cement, commandment, commencement, comment, commitment, compartment, complement, complement, department, detachment, detriment, development, disagreement, disappointment, disarmament, displacement, document, element, embarrassment, employment, encouragement, engagement, enjoyment, enlargement, entertainment, environment, equipment, establishment, excitement, experiment, ferment, filament, fragment, fulfillment, garment, government, harassment, implement, imprisonment, improvement, inducement, installment, installment, instrument, investment, judgment, lament, ligament, management, measurement, moment, monument, movement, nourishment, ornament, parliament, pavement, payment. Punishment, reassessment, redevelopment, refinement, refreshment, regiment, reinforcement, repayment, replacement, requirement. Resentment, retirement, sediment, segment, self-government, sentiment, settlement, shipment, statement, supplement. Temperament, testament, torment, tournament, treatment, unemployment. Awareness, boldness, business, consciousness, darkness, eagerness, eyewitness, fairness, fitness, goodness. Governess, happiness, hardness, harness, illness, kindness, lioness, readiness, sadness, seasickness. Sickness, stiffness, thickness, thoughtlessness, uneasiness, viciousness, weakness, willingness, witness. France, abundance, acceptance, accordance, acquaintance, advance, alliance, allowance, ambulance, annoyance. Appearance, appliance, arrogance, assistance, assurance, attendance, balance, brilliance, chance, circumstance. Clearance, compliance, consonance, countenance, dance, defiance, disappearance, distance, disturbance, elegance. Endurance, enhance, entrance, extravagance, fiancé, finance, fragrance, glance, guidance, hindrance. Ignorance, imbalance, importance, inheritance, instance, insurance, maintenance, nuisance, performance, perseverance. Preponderance, reconnaissance, relevance, reliance, reluctance, renaissance, resemblance, resistance, resonance, romance. Significance, substance, surveillance, tolerance, trance, vigilance. Absence, abstinence, adherence, adolescence, audience, circumference, coincidence, commence, competence, complacence. Condolence, conference, confidence, congruence, conscience, consequence, continence, convenience, correspondence, defense. Deference, dependence, difference, diligence, disobedience, eloquence, emergence, eminence, equivalence, essence. Evidence, excellence, existence, experience, fence, flatulence, hence, impatience, incidence, incontinence. Inconvenience, independence, indifference, indulgence, inference, influence, innocence, intelligence, interference, license. Negligence, obedience, occurrence, offense, patience, permanence, persistence, precedence, preference, presence. Pretense, prevalence, quiescence, recurrence, reference, reminiscence, residence, science, self-confidence, sentence. Sequence, silence, sixpence, turbulence, violence, virulence. Adulthood, brotherhood, childhood, falsehood, hood, knighthood, likelihood, livelihood, manhood, neighborhood. Neighborhood, parenthood, singlehood. Championship, citizenship, companionship, dictatorship, fellowship, flagship, friendship, hardship, leadership, membership. Ownership, relationship, scholarship, ship, spaceship, sportsmanship, township, warship, worship. Altitude, aptitude, attitude, fortitude, gratitude, lassitude, latitude, longitude, magnitude, multitude. Solitude. Aluminium, atrium, auditorium, bacterium, calcium, gymnasium, magnesium, medium, millennium, opium. Potassium, premium, radium, sanatorium, sodium, stadium, symposium, uranium. Awesome, burdensome, chromosome, handsome, lonesome, some, tiresome, troublesome, wholesome. Boredom, freedom, kingdom, random, seldom, wisdom. Apology, archaeology, bacteriology, biology, biotechnology, cytology, ecology, epidemiology, etiology, geology. Gerontology, histology, ideology, meteorology, methodology, microbiology, morphology, neurology, oncology, pathology. Pharmacology, physiology, psychology, sociology, technology, terminology, theology, virology, zoology. Ability, availability, capability, disability, flexibility, impossibility, inability, insensibility, liability, mobility. Nobility, possibility, probability, reliability, responsibility, sensibility, stability, suitability, visibility. Asian, Brazilian, Canadian, Christian, Egyptian, Indian, Italian, Mongolian, Persian, Russian. Scandinavian, Arabian, Asian, Australian, authoritarian, barbarian, civilian, comedian, electrician, guardian. Historian, humanitarian, librarian, magician, mathematician, median, musician, pedestrian, physician, politician. Proletarian, statistician, technician, tertian, theologian, vegetarian, veterinarian. Aware, beware, hardware, software, stoneware, unaware, ware. Englishman, Englishwoman, Frenchman, German, Roman, Scotsman, Scotswoman, anchorman, anchorwoman, businessman. Businesswoman, chairman, chairwoman, clergyman, congressman, craftsman, dustman, fireman, fisherman, foreman. Freshman, gentleman, headman, herdsman, horseman, human, inhuman, layman, man, middleman. Milkman, nobleman, policeman, policewoman, postman, rifleman, salesman, saleswoman, seaman, serviceman. Snowman, spokesman, sportsman, sportswoman, statesman, superhuman, superman, townsman, tradesman, walkman. Woman, workman. Advantage, anchorage, average, baggage, bandage, beverage, bondage, cabbage, cage, carriage. Cartilage, cleavage, coinage, cottage, courage, coverage, damage, disadvantage, discourage, drainage. Encourage, engage, envisage, foliage, garage, garbage, himahage, heritage, hostage, language. Leakage, luggage, manage, marriage, massage, message, mileage, miscarriage, mortgage, orphanage. Outrage, package, page, passage, percentage, postage, rage, ravage, sabotage, salvage. Sausage, savage, sewage, sewerage, shortage, shrinkage, stage, storage, tonnage, usage. Village, vintage, voltage, voyage, wage. Acupuncture, adventure, agriculture, aperture, architecture, capture, conjecture, creature, culture, denture. Departure, expenditure, feature, fixture, fracture, furniture, future, gesture, immature, infrastructure. Juncture, lecture, legislature, literature, manufacture, mature, miniature, mixture, moisture, nature. Nomenclature, nurture, pasture, picture, posture, premature, puncture, rupture, sculpture, signature. Stature, stricture, structure, suture, temperature, texture, torture, venture. Ashore, closure, disclosure, displeasure, enclosure, inshore, exposure, fissure, inshore, leisure. Measure, pleasure, pressure, reassure, shore, treasure. Allure, brochure, cure, endure, failure, figure, impure, injure, lure, obscure. Procedure, pure, secure, seizure. Christianity, activity, affinity, almighty, ambiguity, antiquity, anxiety, assiduity, authority, beauty. Calamity, capacity, casualty, cavity, celebrity, celerity, certainty, charity, city, clarity. Commodity, community, complexity, complicity, conductivity, conformity, continuity, county, crafty, creativity. Cruelty, curiosity, deformity, density, depravity, deputy, difficulty, dignity, dirty, diversity. Dusty, duty, dynasty, 80, elasticity, electricity, empty, entity, equality, equity. Eventuality, extremity, facility, faculty, faulty, fidelity, 50, formality, 40, fraternity. Frosty, generosity, gravity, guilty, hasty, haughty, hearty, heredity, honesty, hospitality. Hostility, humanity, humidity, hyperactivity, identity, indignity, individuality, inequality, infinity, ingenuity. Inhumanity, integrity, intensity, liberty, locality, lofty, longevity, loyalty, lusty, majesty. Majority, masculinity, maternity, mentality, mighty, minority, misty, modesty, morality, morbidity. Nasty, nationality, naughty, necessity, 90, novelty, obesity, opportunity, originality, party. Peculiarity, penalty, personality, petty, pigsty, pity, plenty, popularity, potentiality, poverty. Pretty, priority, productivity, property, prosperity, proximity, puberty, publicity, purity, quality. Quantity, radioactivity, rarity, reality, relativity, royalty, rusty, safety, salty, sanity. Scanty, scarcity, security, self-pity, seniority, sensitivity, serenity, 70, sexuality, similarity. Simplicity, sincerity, singularity, 60, society, solidarity, sovereignty, speciality, specialty, sterility. Superiority, tasty, thirsty, 30, thrifty, throaty, timidity, totality, tranquility, treaty. Trinity, 20, unity, university, utility, validity, vanity, variety, velocity, vicinity. Vitality, witty. Accuracy, agency, aristocracy, bankruptcy, bureaucracy, complacency, consistency, conspiracy, constituency, currency. Deficiency, delicacy, delinquency, democracy, diplomacy, discrepancy, efficacy, efficiency, emergency, fancy. Fluency, frequency, icy, illiteracy, inadequacy, infancy, juicy, latency, legacy, literacy. Mercy, pharmacy, policy, pregnancy, presidency, privacy, proficiency, regency, secrecy, spicy. Sufficiency, tenancy, tendency, transparency, vacancy. Germany, accompany, agony, balcony, bony, botany, ceremony, colony, company, deny. Destiny, funny, granny, harmony, irony, mahogany, many, penny, peony, pony. Rainy, scrutiny, shiny, stony, sunny, symphony, testimony, tiny, tyranny. Autopsy, biopsy, bossy, busy, clumsy, controversy, cosy, courtesy, dropsy, drowsy. Easy, ecstasy, embassy, epilepsy, fantasy, fussy, gypsy, glossy, hypocrisy, jealousy. Leprosy, messy, noisy, palsy, rosy, uneasy. Artery, artillery, bakery, battery, bravery, brewery, bribery, cannery, celery, cemetery. Cookery, delivery, discovery, dysentery, embroidery, fiery, flattery, forgery, gallery, greenery. Grocery, jewellery, lottery, machinery, mastery, misery, monastery, mystery, nursery, pottery. Query, recovery, refinery, robbery, scenery, showery, silvery, slavery, slippery, snobbery. Stationery, surgery. February, January, anniversary, arbitrary, auxiliary, binary, boundary, burglary, canary, capillary. Commentary, complementary, contemporary, contrary, coronary, customary, diary, dictionary, dietary, disciplinary. Dispensary, documentary, dreary, elementary, estuary, extraordinary, fragmentary, glossary, hereditary, honorary. Imaginary, involuntary, library, literary, military, missionary, monetary, necessary, notary, ordinary. Ovary, parliamentary, pituitary, planetary, plenary, preliminary, primary, pulmonary, reactionary, revolutionary. Rotary, salary, salutary, sanguinary, sanitary, secondary, secretary, sedentary, solitary, stationary. Subsidiary, summary, supplementary, temporary, tertiary, unnecessary, urinary, vary, veterinary, visionary. Vocabulary, voluntary, weary. Tory, accessory, advisory, category, compulsory, contradictory, directory, dormitory, explanatory, exploratory. Factory, glory, history, inflammatory, introductory, inventory, ivory, laboratories, lavatory, mandatory. Memory, observatory, preparatory, refractory, repertory, satisfactory, self-contradictory, sensory, statutory, story. Territory, theory, unsatisfactory, victory. Mercury, ancestry, angry, berry, biochemistry, berry, carry, cavalry, century, chemistry. Cherry, country, cry, curry, dairy, dentistry, dry, inquiry, entry, ferry. Ferry, forestry, fry, fury, geometry, hairy, harry, hungry, hurry, industry. Injury, inquiry, jewelry, jury, laundry, lorry, luxury, marry, mercury, merry. Ministry, pastry, poetry, poultry, psychiatry, quarry, raspberry, rivalry, savory, sherry. Sorry, starry, strawberry, symmetry, tapestry, try, weaponry, worry, rye. December, Easter, Jupiter, Mr., November, October, September, adapter, administer, advisor. After, airliner, alter, altogether, amber, ammeter, amplifier, anger, announcer, another. Answer, appraiser, astronomer, baker, banister, banker, banner, barber, barrier, batter. Beaker, beeper, beer, beginner, bestseller, bestseller, better, bewilder, binder, biographer. Bitter, bladder, blister, blunder, boiler, bomber, bookseller, booster, border, bother. Boxer, brother, buffer, builder, bulldozer, butcher, butler, butter, cancer, canker. Career, caretaker, carpenter, carrier, cashier, cater, catheter, cauliflower, center, chamber. Chapter, character, charter, chatter, cheer, cider, clatter, cleaner, clever, cluster. Co-worker, cobbler, commander, commissioner, composer, computer, condenser, conditioner, confer, conifer. Conquer, consider, consumer, container, cooker, cooler, cooper, copier, copper, corner. Counter, cover, cracker, cruiser, cucumber, customer, cylinder, dagger, dancer, danger. Daughter, dealer, dear, defender, deliver, deliverer, designer, destroyer, deter, diameter. Diaper, differ, diner, dinner, disaster, discover, dishwasher, disorder, diver, drawer. Dryer, driver, drummer, dry cleaner, dryer, duster, dweller, eager, either, elder. Embroider, employer, encounter, encumber, endanger, engineer, enter, entertainer, eraser, ether. Executioner, explorer, exporter, extinguisher, eye-opener, falter, farmer, father, fastener, father. Feather, feeder, feeler, fertilizer, fever, fiber, fighter, filter, financier, finger. Firecracker, firefighter, flatter, flicker, flower, flutter, flyover, fodder, follower, footballer. Forefather, forefinger, foreigner, forever, former, foster, foyer, freezer, freshwater, frontier. Further, gambler, gangster, gaoler, gardener, gatekeeper, gather, gender, get together, ginger. Glacier, glider, glimmer, glitter, goalkeeper, godfather, godmother, golfer, granddaughter, grandfather. Grandmother, grasshopper, greengrocer, grinder, grocer, gunpowder, gutter, hacker, hairdresser, hamburger. Hammer, hamper, hawker, headmaster, heater, helicopter, helper, high-riser, hiker, hinder. Holder, horsepower, housebreaker, householder, housekeeper, hover, however, hunger, hunter, importer. Improper, infer, informer, inner, innkeeper, insider, insurer, interpreter, interviewer, intruder. Invader, jailer, jeweler, jumper, keeper, kidnapper, killer, kilometer, laborer, ladder. Landowner, laser, later, latter, laughter, lawyer, layer, leader, leather, lecturer. Leftover, letter, lever, lighter, liner, linger, listener, liter, litter, liver. Lobster, locker, loudspeaker, lover, lower, lumber, luster, magnifier, manager, maneuver. Manner, manpower, manufacturer, marker, master, matter, member, messenger, meter, microcomputer. Millimeter, minor, minister, miser, mixer, monster, moreover, mother, murder, murderer. Mutter, neither, never, newsletter, newspaper, nipper, number, observer, offender, offer. Officer, onlooker, opener, order, other, outer, over, owner, oyster, pager. Painkiller, painter, paper, parameter, partner, passenger, peer, pepper, performer. Philosopher, photocopier, photographer, pioneer, planter, plaster, player, plumber, plunder, poker. Polymer, ponder, porter, poster, powder, power, practitioner, prayer, prefer, premier. Printer, prisoner, producer, programmer, proper, prosper, publisher, quarter, queer, quiver. Raider, rancher, ratepayer, rather, reader, receiver, recorder, recover, refer, reformer. Register, remainder, remember, reminder, render, reporter, researcher, retailer, reviewer, revolver. Rider, river, robber, roller, rooster, rower, rubber, ruler, runner, saucer. Saunter, scanner, scatter, schoolmaster, scooter, screwdriver, scriptwriter, seller, semester, settler. Sever, sewer, shareholder, sharpener, shatter, shaver, shear, shelter, shiver, shoemaker. Shopkeeper, shopper, shoulder, shower, shudder, shutter, silver, singer, sinister, sinner. Sister, skyscraper, slander, slaughter, slender, slipper, slumber, smoker, smother, smolder. Sneer, snicker, snooker, sober, soccer, soldier, spanner, speaker, speedometer, spider. Spinster, splinter, squander, stagger, stammer, stapler, starter, steamer, steer, stockbroker. Stockholder, stopper, stranger, stretcher, striker, stutter, suffer, summer, sunflower, super. Supper, surfer, surrender, suspender, sweater, swimmer, swindler, takeover, tanker, tape recorder, taper, teacher, teenager, teller, temper, tender, theater, thereafter, thermometer, thinker, thriller, thunder, tear, tiger, timber, tipper, together, tower, trafficker, trailer, trainer, tranquilizer, transfer, transformer, traveler, traveler, trigger, trimester, troublemaker, troubleshooter, turnover, typewriter, ulcer, uncover, under, undercover, undertaker, underwater, upper, user, usher, utter, viewer, viewfinder, villager, volunteer, voter, voucher, wafer, waiter, wander, water, weather, whatever, whatsoever, whenever, wherever, whichever, whisker, whisper, whoever, widower, willpower, windbreaker, winner, winter, wither, wonder, worker, writer, youngster, zipper, actor, administrator, aggressor, alligator, ambassador, ancestor, anchor, armor, auditor, author, bachelor, behavior, calculator, camphor, capacitor, caster, chancellor, collector, color, commentator, competitor, compressor, conductor, conqueror, contractor, contributor, corridor, counselor, counselor, creator, creditor, cursor, debtor, denominator, detector, dictator, director, dishonor, doctor, donator, donor, door, editor, educator, elector, elevator, emperor, endeavor, equator, error, escalator, executor, exhibitor, exterior, factor, favor, flavor, floor, generator, glamour, governor, harbor, honor, horror, humor, indicator, indoor, inferior, inspector, instructor, insulator, interior, inventor, investigator, investor, janitor, junior, labor, liquor, major, mayor, metaphor, microprocessor, minor, mirror, monitor, motor, narrator, neighbor, gnaw, odor, operator, outdoor, pallor, parlor, paw, posterior, precursor, predecessor, prior, processor, professor, projector, proprietor, radiator, razor, reactor, refrigerator, reservoir, resistor, rigger, rumor, sailor, sculptor, sector, semiconductor, semiconductor, senator, senior, separator, solicitor, spectator, speculator, sponsor, spore, stupor, successor, superior, supervisor, survivor, tailor, terror, tractor, traitor, transistor, translator, tremor, tumor, tutor, vector, vendor, ventilator, victor, visitor, warrior, watercolor, Buddhist, Christ, Marxist, activist, adventurist, antagonist, archaeologist, artist, assist, biologist, botanist, capitalist, checklist, chemist, colonialist, colonist, columnist, communist, consist, cyclist, dentist, dramatist, druggist, ecologist, economist, educationist, enlist, environmentalist, essayist, exist, extremist, fascist, feminist, finalist, fist, flautist, geologist, gist, hobbyist, hoist, humanist, idealist, imperialist, industrialist, insist, interventionist, journalist, linguist, list, mist, moist, motorist, novelist, optometrist, persist, pessimist, pharmacist, physicist, pianist, psychiatrist, psychologist, racist, realist, receptionist, resist, satirist, scientist, separatist, socialist, sociologist, soloist, specialist, strategist, technologist, terrorist, theorist, therapist, tobacconist, tourist, twist, typist, violinist, waist, wrist, zoologist, August, adjust, against, almost, arrest, August, beast, best, blast, boast, boost, breakfast, breast, broadcast, burst, bust, cast, catalyst, chest, coast, congest, conquest, contest, contrast, cost, crest, crust, cyst, digest, disgust, dishonest, distrust, downcast, dust, earnest, east, eldest, insist, enthusiast, exhaust, fast, feast, first, flippest, forecast, foremost, forest, frost, ghost, guest, gust, harvest, honest, host, infest, ingest, inquest, interest, invest, just, last, latest, least, locust, lost, manifest, mast, midst, modest, most, must, nest, newscast, northeast, northwest, overcast, past, pest, post, creased, protest, quest, rainforest, request, rest, roast, robust, rust, self-interest, signpost, southeast, southwest, steadfast, suggest, tempest, test, thirst, thrust, toast, trust, unjust, unrest, uppermost, utmost, vast, vest, west, whilst, worst, rest, yeast, zest, Buddhism, Marxism, adventurism, antagonism, baptism, capitalism, communism, conservatism, criticism, environmentalism, euphemism, fascism, feminism, feudalism, humanism, idealism, imperialism, individualism, liberalism, materialism, mechanism, metabolism, microorganism, modernism, optimism, organism, pessimism, prism, racialism, racism, radicalism, realism, rheumatism, romanticism, scepticism, self-criticism, socialism, symbolism, tourism, transcendentalism, truism, chasm, enthusiasm, paroxysm, protoplasm, sarcasm, spasm, Yankee, agree, appointee, be, carefree, coffee, committee, decree, degree, disagree, duty-free, employee, escapee, fee, fiancé, flee, foresee, free, guarantee, interviewee, knee, referee, refugee, see, settee, tax-free, free, toffee, tree, trustee, aftermath, bath, beneath, birth, birth, blacksmith, booth, both, bread, breath, broth, cloth, commonwealth, death, depth, earth, 18th, 8th, 80th, 11th, faith, 15th, 5th, 50th, filth, footpath, 4th, 40th, 14th, 4th, growth, health, heath, henceforth, 100th, labyrinth, length, math, month, moth, mouth, myth, 19th, 9th, north, oath, path, rebirth, 7th, 70th, sheath, 16th, 6th, 60th, smith, smooth, south, strength, sunbirth, tablecloth, 10th, 13th, 30th, tooth, truth, 12th, 20th, underneath, unearth, warmth, wavelength, wealth, width, worth, wrath, wreath, youth, apologize, authorize, baptize, capitalize, categorize, characterize, civilize, criticize, dramatize, emphasize, fertilize, generalize, hospitalize, hypothesize, idealize, industrialize, jeopardize, maze, maximize, memorize, minimize, mobilize, optimize, organize, polarize, prize, realize, recognize, revitalize, scrutinize, seize, sensitize, size, specialize, stabilize, standardize, sterilize, summarize, sympathize, synthesize, utilize, vaporize, visualize. Advertise, advise, apologize, appraise, arise, authorize, bruise, characterize, civilize, clockwise. Comprise, compromise, concise, cruise, despise, devise, disguise, economize, enterprise, excise. Exercise, exorcise, expertise, familiarize, fertilize, formalize, generalize, high-rise, industrialize, likewise. Malaise, materialize, mechanize, memorize, merchandise, modernize, monopolize, noise, optimize, organize. Otherwise, paradise, poise, practice, praise, precise, premise, promise, raise, realize. Recognize, revise, rise, satirize, subsidize, sunrise, supervise, surprise, symbolize, televise. Tortoise, treatise, unwise, wise. Sweden, abdomen, alien, awaken, barren, between, blacken, brighten, broaden, broken. Burden, canteen, carcinogen, chicken, children, citizen, collagen, darken, deafen, deepen. Delicatessen, den, dozen, drunken, 18, 11, enlighten, even, evergreen, fasten. Fatten, 15, fireman, flatten, forbidden, 14, freshen, frighten, frozen, garden. Given, glisten, golden, green, happen, harden, hasten, heartbroken, heaven, heighten. Hen, hidden, hydrogen, hyphen, keen, ken, kindergarten, kitchen, kitten, laden. Lengthen, lessen, lichen, lighten, linen, listen, loosen, lumen, maiden, mistaken. Molten, 19, nitrogen, often, omen, open, outspoken, oven, oxygen, pathogen. Pen, queen, quicken, raven, regimen, ripen, rotten, sadden, screen, 7. 17, sharpen, shorten, sicken, siren, 16, slacken, soften, specimen, spleen. Spoken, stiffen, straighten, strengthen, stricken, sudden, sullen, swollen, 10, then. 13, threaten, tighten, token, uneven, waken, weaken, when, widen, windscreen. Women, wooden, woolen, woolen, yen. Amplifier, certifier, clarifier, classifier, defy, dignifier, disqualifier, dissatisfier, diversifier, electrifier. Exemplifier, glorifier, horrifier, humidifier, identifier, intensifier, justifier, magnifier, modifier, notifier. Personifier, purifier, qualifier, quantifier, ramifier, ratifier, rectifier, revivifier, satisfier, signifier. Simplifier, solidifier, specifier, terrifier, testifier, unifier, verifier. Abate, accelerate, accommodate, accumulate, accurate, activate, adequate, advocate, affectionate, affiliate. Aggravate, aggregate, agitate, alienate, alleviate, allocate, alternate, ameliorate, amputate, animate. Anticipate, appreciate, appropriate, approximate, articulate, assassinate, assimilate, associate, attenuate, automate. Bicarbonate, birthrate, calculate, candidate, carbohydrate, carbonate, celebrate, certificate, chocolate, circulate. Classmate, climate, coagulate, collaborate, collegiate, commemorate, communicate, compassionate, compensate, complicate. Concentrate, confiscate, congratulate, congregate, conjugate, considerate, consolidate, consulate, contaminate, contemplate. Cooperate, coordinate, corporate, correlate, crate, create, culminate, cultivate, date, debate. decorate, dedicate, defecate, deflate, degenerate, delegate, deliberate, delicate, delineate, demonstrate, denominate, depilate, designate, desolate, desperate, deteriorate, deviate, dictate, differentiate, dilate, discriminate, disintegrate, disseminate, dissipate, doctorate, dominate, donate, duplicate, educate, ejaculate, elaborate, elevate, eliminate, elongate, elucidate, emaciate, emancipate, emigrate, enumerate, eradicate, escalate, estate, estimate, evacuate, evaluate, evaporate, exacerbate, exaggerate, exasperate, expectorate, exterminate, fabricate, facilitate, fascinate, fate, first-rate, fluctuate, formulate, fortunate, frustrate, fulminate, gate, generate, germinate, graduate, hate, hesitate, hibernate, humiliate, illegitimate, illiterate, illuminate, illustrate, imitate, immediate, immigrate, implicate, inadequate, inappropriate, inaugurate, incorporate, incubate, indicate, infiltrate, inflate, initiate, innate, innovate, inoculate, inseminate, insulate, integrate, intermediate, intimate, intimidate, intricate, investigate, invigorate, irrigate, irritate, isolate, iterate, karate, lacerate, late, laureate, legitimate, liberate, locate, lubricate, magistrate, manipulate, mate, maturate, mediate, meditate, migrate, miscalculate, mitigate, moderate, modulate, motivate, mutate, narrate, navigate, necessitate, negotiate, neonate, nominate, obliterate, obstinate, operate, opiate, originate, palate, palliate, palpitate, participate, passionate, penetrate, perforate, permeate, phosphate, pirate, plate, playmate, potentiate, predicate, private, propagate, proportionate, prostate, proximate, punctuate, radiate, rate, recreate, regulate, rehabilitate, relate, renovate, replicate, resonate, rotate, saturate, schoolmate, second-rate, segregate, senate, separate, simulate, situate, skate, slate, sophisticate, speculate, state, stimulate, stipulate, subordinate, substrate, suffocate, sulfate, temperate, terminate, tolerate, translate, ulcerate, ultimate, underestimate, undergraduate, unfortunate, up-to-date, update, urinate, vacate, vaccinate, venerate, ventilate, vertebrate, vibrate, violate, vitiate, workmate, British, Danish, English, Irish, Scottish, Spanish, Swedish, abolish, accomplish, admonish, anguish, astonish, bookish, bullish, cherish, childish, demolish, devilish, diminish, dish, distinguish, establish, extinguish, finish, fish, flourish, foolish, furnish, goldfish, Jewish, languish, lavish, nourish, perish, perish, polish, publish, punish, radish, reddish, relish, rubbish, selfish, shellfish, skirmish, sluggish, snobbish, stylish, vanish, vanquish, wish, able, acceptable, adaptable, admirable, advisable, affordable, agreeable, amenable, amiable, applicable, appreciable, available, cable, capable, changeable, chargeable, charitable, comfortable, comparable, conceivable, considerable, constable, countable, curable, desirable, disable, disagreeable, dishonorable, disposable, distinguishable, durable, enable, endurable, enjoyable, excitable, fable, fashionable, favorable, favorable, formidable, habitable, honorable, honorable, hospitable, imaginable, immeasurable, improbable, incapable, incomparable, incurable, indefinable, indispensable, indomitable, inevitable, inflammable, inhabitable, inimitable, innumerable, inoperable, inseparable, insurmountable, intolerable, invaluable, invariable, inviolable, irritable, knowledgeable, liable, lovable, measurable, memorable, miserable, notable, noticeable, payable, permeable, pitiable, portable, practicable, preferable, probable, profitable, questionable, reasonable, recognizable, reliable, remarkable, removable, repairable, respectable, sociable, stable, suitable, sustainable, syllable, timetable, tolerable, treasonable, unable, unacceptable, unaccountable, unavoidable, unbearable, unbelievable, uncomfortable, understandable, undesirable, uneatable, unforgettable, unpredictable, unquestionable, unreasonable, unsociable, unstable, unsuitable, valuable, variable, vegetable, viable, vulnerable, accessible, audible, compatible, comprehensible, credible, defensible, digestible, divisible, edible, eligible, feasible, flexible, gullible, horrible, illegible, impossible, inaccessible, incompatible, incomprehensible, incredible, indefensible, intelligible, invisible, irresistible, irresponsible, irreversible, legible, negligible, perceptible, permissible, plausible, possible, responsible, reversible, sensible, susceptible, tangible, terrible, unintelligible, visible, additional, conditional, constitutional, conventional, educational, emotional, exceptional, fractional, institutional, intentional, international, irrational, multinational, national, occupational, operational, optional, proportional, rational, rotational, sensational, traditional, unconditional, vocational, alike, dislike, like, unlike, warlike, afterward, award, awkward, backward, coward, downward, eastward, forward, homeward, inward, onward, outward, reward, seaward, southward, steward, straightforward, toward, upward, ward, westward, afterwards, backwards, eastwards, forwards, northwards, onwards, outwards, upwards, westwards, awful, beautiful, careful, cheerful, colorful, deceitful, delightful, disgraceful, doubtful, dreadful, dutiful, eventful, faithful, fearful, forceful, forgetful, frightful, fruitful, graceful, grateful, handful, harmful, hateful, helpful, hopeful, joyful, lawful, merciful, mournful, mouthful, painful, peaceful, pitiful, plentiful, powerful, resentful, resourceful, respectful, shameful, sinful, skillful, skillful, sorrowful, spiteful, spoonful, successful, tearful, thankful, thoughtful, truthful, unfaithful, unlawful, unsuccessful, useful, wasteful, wonderful, youthful, active, adjective, administrative, affirmative, alternative, appreciative, argumentative, attentive, attractive, authoritative, captive, cognitive, collective, communicative, comparative, competitive, consecutive, conservative, constructive, contraceptive, cooperative, creative, cumulative, deceptive, decorative, definitive, demonstrative, derivative, descriptive, destructive, detective, digestive, distinctive, effective, emotive, evocative, executive, exhaustive, illustrative, imaginative, imperative, incentive, indicative, ineffective, infinitive, informative, initiative, innovative, insensitive, instructive, interactive, interrogative, inventive, irrespective, laxative, legislative, locomotive, motive, narrative, native, negative, objective, palliative, perceptive, perspective, positive, prescriptive, primitive, productive, prospective, protective, provocative, qualitative, quantitative, radioactive, receptive, relative, repetitive, representative, respective, restrictive, secretive, sedative, selective, sensitive, speculative, subjective, subjunctive, suggestive, superlative, supportive, talkative, tentative, transitive, uncooperative, vegetative, aggressive, cohesive, comprehensive, compulsive, conclusive, decisive, defensive, effusive, excessive, exclusive, expensive, explosive, expressive, extensive, impressive, impulsive, inclusive, inexpensive, intensive, massive, offensive, oppressive, passive, persuasive, possessive, progressive, responsive, submissive, successive, alive, arrive, beehive, conceive, conducive, contrive, deceive, deprive, derive, dive, drive, five, forgive, give, hive, live, naive, olive, perceive, receive, revive, strive, survive, thrive, aimless, bless, boundless, brainless, breathless, careless, colorless, cordless, countless, doubtless, endless, eyeless, fearless, fruitless, harmless, heartless, helpless, homeless, hopeless, merciless, needless, nevertheless, nonetheless, priceless, reckless, regardless, restless, ruthless, selfless, senseless, shameless, sleepless, smokeless, spotless, stainless, tasteless, thoughtless, useless, wireless, worthless, ambitious, anxious, cautious, conscientious, conscious, contagious, copious, curious, deleterious, delicious, dubious, envious, ferocious, furious, glorious, gracious, industrious, infectious, ingenious, insidious, judicious, luxurious, malicious, mysterious, notorious, noxious, nutritious, oblivious, obvious, officious, pernicious, pious, precious, prestigious, previous, rebellious, religious, salubrious, self-conscious, serious, spacious, subconscious, superstitious, suspicious, tedious, tenacious, unconscious, various, vicious, victorious, advantageous, adventurous, ambiguous, anhydrous, anonymous, arduous, autonomous, barbarous, callous, conspicuous, contemptuous, continuous, courageous, courteous, credulous, dangerous, disadvantageous, disastrous, enormous, erroneous, fabulous, famous, ferrous, gaseous, generous, glamorous, gorgeous, hideous, homogeneous, humorous, humorous, innocuous, instantaneous, intravenous, jealous, joyous, luminous, magnanimous, marvelous, marvelous, meticulous, miraculous, mischievous, monotonous, monstrous, mountainous, nervous, numerous, ominous, outrageous, poisonous, prosperous, ridiculous, rigorous, scandalous, scrupulous, simultaneous, spontaneous, strenuous, sumptuous, superfluous, tortuous, treacherous, tremendous, ubiquitous, unanimous, venous, vigorous, world-famous, zealous, Antarctic, Arabic, Arctic, Catholic, Gothic, Olympic, academic, acoustic, aerobic, aesthetic, alcoholic, allergic, alphabetic, analytic, anesthetic, antibiotic, antic, antiseptic, apologetic, aquatic, arctic, aristocratic, arithmetic, artistic, aseptic, athletic, Atlantic, atmospheric, atomic, attic, authentic, autobiographic, automatic, barbaric, basic, biographic, bureaucratic, Catholic, caustic, cephalic, ceramic, chaotic, characteristic, chronic, civic, classic, clinic, colic, karmic, cosmetic, cosmic, critic, cubic, democratic, diagnostic, diplomatic, domestic, dramatic, drastic, dynamic, eccentric, economic, elastic, electric, electromagnetic, electronic, emphatic, endemic, energetic, enthusiastic, epic, epidemic, aesthetic, ethnic, exotic, fabric, fanatic, fantastic, forensic, frantic, galactic, garlic, gastric, genetic, geographic, geometric, geriatric, gigantic, graphic, gymnastic, hectic, hepatic, heroic, historic, hydraulic, hydroelectric, hysteric, idiomatic, inorganic, intrinsic, ironic, italic, linguistic, logic, lunatic, magic, magnetic, majestic, mechanic, metallic, metric, mimic, mosaic, music, narcotic, optimistic, organic, pacific, pandemic, panic, pathetic, patriotic, peptic, periodic, pessimistic, philosophic, phonetic, photographic, picnic, plastic, poetic, polytechnic, prehistoric, psychic, public, realistic, relic, republic, rhetoric, rhythmic, romantic, rustic, sarcastic, scenic, scientific, septic, somatic, soporific, specific, sporadic, static, strategic, stylistic, supersonic, symbolic, symmetric, sympathetic, symphonic, synthetic, systematic, tactic, terrific, tonic, topic, toxic, traffic, tragic, tropic, ultrasonic, astronomical, atypical, biological, botanical, chemical, chronological, classical, clinical, conical, critical, cynical, dialectical, ecological, economical, electrical, elliptical, empirical, ethical, geological, grammatical, historical, hypocritical, hypothetical, hysterical, identical, ideological, illogical, impractical, local, logical, magical, mathematical, mechanical, medical, musical, numerical, optical, periodical, pharmaceutical, philosophical, physical, physiological, political, practical, psychological, radical, radiochemical, rascal, reciprocal, rhetorical, rhythmical, satirical, septical, skeptical, sociological, spherical, statistical, surgical, symmetrical, tactical, technical, theatrical, theological, theoretical, tropical, typical, typographical, unethical, vertical, vocal, abnormal, aboriginal, accidental, actual, admiral, adverbial, aerial, agricultural, ancestral, animal, annual, apple, appeal, appraisal, approval, architectural, arrival, artificial, oral, bacterial, beneficial, bilateral, bilingual, brutal, burial, canal, capital, cardinal, carnival, casual, cathedral, centennial, central, serial, cerebral, ceremonial, charcoal, coal, coastal, colloquial, colonial, colossal, commercial, conceal, conceptual, confidential, congenital, continental, continual, controversial, choral, cordial, corporal, credential, criminal, crucial, crystal, cultural, deal, decimal, denial, dental, detrimental, dial, differential, digital, dimensional, disapproval, disloyal, dismal, dismissal, disposal, distal, dual, editorial, environmental, equal, especial, essential, eternal, eventual, experimental, external, extraterrestrial, facial, factual, familial, fatal, federal, festival, feudal, final, financial, formal, frugal, fundamental, funeral, gastrointestinal, general, genial, genital, global, goal, gradual, habitual, heel, horizontal, hospital, ideal, illegal, immemorial, immoral, immortal, impartial, imperial, impersonal, inaugural, incidental, individual, industrial, influential, informal, initial, instrumental, integral, intellectual, intercontinental, internal, interpersonal, interval, journal, judicial, lacrimal, lateral, legal, lethal, liberal, literal, loyal, mammal, managerial, manual, marginal, marital, martial, material, maternal, maximal, meal, medal, medicinal, medieval, memorial, menstrual, mental, metal, mineral, minimal, moral, mortal, municipal, mutual, nasal, natural, naval, neural, neutral, nocturnal, nominal, normal, numeral, oatmeal, occasional, official, optimal, oral, ordeal, oriental, original, ornamental, oval, pal, partial, pedal, peripheral, perpetual, personal, petal, pictorial, plural, portal, postal, potential, presidential, principal, professional, proposal, provincial, punctual, racial, radial, real, recital, referral, refusal, rehearsal, removal, renal, renewal, rental, repeal, residential, residual, reveal, reversal, revival, ritual, rival, royal, rural, sandal, scandal, seal, secretarial, sentimental, serial, several, sexual, signal, social, special, spinal, spiral, spiritual, steel, structural, substantial, suicidal, sundial, superficial, supernatural, survival, temperamental, terminal, thermal, tidal, torrential, total, trial, tribal, tribunal, trivial, tutorial, unilateral, universal, unnatural, unofficial, unprofessional, unreal, unusual, usual, veal, venereal, ventral, verbal, virginal, virtual, visual, vital, withdrawal, zeal, absent-minded, accomplished, accustomed, advanced, aged, air-conditioned, ashamed, bad-tempered, beloved, bleed, blessed, bored, breed, celebrated, chartered, classified, closed, cold-blooded, committed, complicated, conceited, confused, contented, creed, crooked, crowded, cultivated, cursed, damned, deceased, deed, delighted, depressed, destined, detached, dignified, disabled, disadvantaged, disillusioned, distinguished, dogged, embarrassed, embed, engaged, exceed, excited, experienced, famed, feed, finished, fixed, flubbed, fried, frightened, frustrated, furnished, gifted, good-hearted, good-humored, greed, handicapped, hatred, heed, high-pitched, high-spirited, horned, hundered, hurried, indebted, indeed, inexperienced, informed, infrared, insured, interested, involved, kind-hearted, learned, left-handed, limited, marked, married, motivated, naked, need, noted, old-fashioned, outdated, overjoyed, pleased, proceed, provided, puzzled, qualified, ragged, read, refined, related, renowned, retired, right-handed, rugged, sacred, satisfied, seaweed, seed, self-assured, self-contained, self-employed, semi-skilled, shamefaced, shed, short-sighted, simple-minded, situated, skilled, so-called, sophisticated, speed, spiced, spirited, spotted, striped, succeed, talented, thick-skinned, thoroughbred, tired, unaffected, unashamed, underdeveloped, underprivileged, undignified, undivided, undubbed, uneducated, unemployed, unexpected, uninformed, united, unlimited, unmarried, unmitigated, unaccompanied, unprecedented, unprejudiced, unqualified, unskilled, used, warm-hearted. Watershed, wed, weed, wicked, worried, wounded, wretched. English speaking, Thanksgiving, according, acting, advertising, air conditioning, amazing, appalling, appealing, banking. Bearing, bedding, beginning, being, binding, blessing, boating, bookkeeping, boring, bowling. Boxing, brainstorming, breathtaking, briefing, bring, building, ceiling, challenging, charming, cling. Clothing, concerning, considering, convincing, corresponding, crossing, cunning, dancing, daring, darling. Dealing, demanding, depressing, dining, disappointing, disgusting, disturbing, drawing, dressing, duckling. Dumpling, during, dwelling, dying, earring, easygoing, easygoing, embarrassing, ending, engineering. Entertaining, epoch-making, evening, everlasting, exciting, excluding, far-reaching, farming, fascinating, fastening. Feeling, fighting, filling, finding, fishing, fitting, flaming, fling, following, foregoing. Forthcoming, founding, freezing, frightening, frosting, gardening, gathering, glaring, good-looking, greeting. Halting, handwriting, happening, hardworking, haunting, heading, hearing, heartbreaking, heating, helping. Hurrying, hiding, high-ranking, high-sounding, hiking, homecoming, horse racing, housewarming, housing, humiliating. Illuminating, imposing, inquiring, inspiring, insulting, interesting, inviting, irritating, landing, lasting. Leading, learning, left wing, lightning, liking, lining, living, lodging, longing, loving. Making, marketing, meaning, meeting, missing, misunderstanding, moonlighting, morning, moving, nothing. Notwithstanding, nursing, offspring, opening, outgoing, outing, outstanding, overwhelming, owing, painstaking. Painting, parking, parting, pleasing, preceding, printing, proceeding, promising, pudding, racing. Rating, reading, reasoning, recording, refreshing, relaxing, rewarding, right wing, ring, running. Sacking, sailing, sapling, saving, saying, scaffolding, scorching, seasoning, seedling, setting. Shilling, shipping, shooting, shopping, shortcoming, sightseeing, sing, sling, smoking, something. Spelling, spring, sterling, sting, stocking, striking, string, stuffing, suffering, surprising. Surrounding, swimming, swing, tape recording, teaching, Thanksgiving, thing, thinking, tiring, touching. Training, turning, uncompromising, underlying, understanding, undertaking, unquestioning, untiring, unwilling, upbringing. Warning, washing, wedding, well-being, wooling, wing, wrestling, writing. Abscess, axis, actress, address, air hostess, assess, caress, chiss, compress, confess. Congress, countess, depress, distress, dress, duchess, empress, excess, express, fortress. Goddess, guess, headmistress, heiress, hostess, impress, mattress, mess, mistress, obsess. Oppress, poetess, possess, press, princess, process, profess, progress, recess, repress. Schoolmistress, stewardess, stress, success, suppress, waitress. Anxiously, conscientiously, instantaneously, obviously, previously, seriously, simultaneously. Invariably, presumably, probably. Awfully, carefully, faithfully, fully, skillfully, successfully. Accordingly, exceedingly, increasingly, seemingly, surprisingly, willingly. Additionally, traditionally. Basically, mechanically, practically, vertically. Actually, equally, especially, eventually, finally, generally, gradually, incidentally, initially, literally. Mentally, naturally, normally, occasionally, originally, partially, personally, rally, really, specially. Tally, totally, unusually, usually, virtually. Attentively, comparatively, relatively, respectively, speculatively. Exclusively. Lively,